Welcome everyone. This is Alana Kaivalya, and I am excited to bring you all of the amazing mentors that work with me in the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy. I know that you are thinking about joining us, and what we wanted to do was provide you with some context, some answers, and some stories from the fray about what life is like as a mentor and what life is like as a student. As you are making your decision in what teacher training will work best for you, we want to help you make that decision. So we thought we'd go through what it's like to be a student on the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy, and I wanted you to hear it from the horse's mouth. So before we begin and get into some questions and nitty gritty on what it is like to be a student with the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy, I'd like to introduce you to the amazing group of people who work with me and our students every single day to make this a truly unique and extraordinary experience. These are mentors. Similar to the way that you have teacher's assistants in a college setting, these folks are with you every single day, providing feedback, providing support, and teaching you every step of the way. So without further ado, let's have them do their introductions. Let's begin with Alyssa. Alyssa, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Alana. All right, friends. It's so nice to meet you. My name's Alyssa. I often go by Liz, so if we're interacting during this program, you'll see both names sometimes when I'm writing back and forth. I've been teaching yoga in New York City for a very long time and really enjoy being a part of teacher trainings. And now that I'm online, I really enjoy how far and wide I get to work with people and just the many different folks I get to meet through this program.
Awesome. Thanks, Alyssa. All right, Jordan, how about you?
Hi, Alana. Hi, friends. My name is Jordan. I am super excited to be working alongside this incredible team here at TKYM. I'm originally from Lake Arrowhead, but I got my yoga certification down in San Diego. I've been teaching for about 5 or 6 years now. And I truly think this program is very unique, very special. When I went through my training, I definitely didn't have the amount of support and the in-depth knowledge that we have here. So again, I'm super excited to work with you all and to watch you take your first couple steps in this journey.
Awesome. Thank you, Jordan. Andrew.
Hello, everyone. My name's Andrew. Like Jordan, I'm also in San Diego. And my favorite part about being part of this online training is that we truly get, myself and the rest of the other mentors, get a chance to interact and work with you throughout the entire process. And it's truly a one-on-one process. Like my regular 200-hour teacher training, there were 15 or 20 students in it and only 2 teachers. So it's just not as, hands-on, and it's not as interactive as an in-person training. This online training, we truly get to interact and be part of your journey every step of the way. So I'm very passionate about that, and I look forward to working with you.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. Emily.
Hi, thank you so much for joining us, even at least for this webinar and hopefully for the rest of your teacher training journey. My name's Emily. I'm an alumni of Alana's program back from, I think, the first year or two when it started. It was the second fitness certificate I ever received, and now I have quite a few different certificates and continuing education trainings and everything from cycling to bar to working with active older adults. I've got trauma-informed yoga, and to date, I think the most challenging, fulfilling, in-depth, and accountable program I've ever taken is the Kaivalya Yoga Method. That's why I've come back all of these years later. Not only do you have the resources of some of the best instructors in really the whole world, because this is an online program, kind of at your fingertips, just an email away or a Facebook message away. But after the program finishes, you still have those resources. You still have continuing education access, and we're still here to help you. I think that's one of the greatest benefits. And the other program, you pay the money, you kind of learn for the day, you get your certificate and go. After that, good luck. That's not the way it is with the Kaivalya Yoga Method teacher training. And yeah, I'm a testament to it.
Awesome. Emily, you certainly are. So thank you guys so much for introducing yourselves. And one of the things that I absolutely want to drive home a little further, especially after hearing some of these introductions from our mentors, is the way in which we differ from some other programs out there. And we are different. We wanted to share that with you in this webinar. It's not just the level of comprehensive education that you receive with us at the Kaivalya Yoga Method, but the absolute one-on-one, intimate, and professional, accountable interaction that you get with all of these mentors every day you are in the program. So what I would love to do is go through like a day in the life of what it means to be a student at the Kaivalya Yoga Method. And Alyssa, I would love to start with you and ask, what is it that a student does every single day as they're a part of this program that they get to interact with you as a mentor?
There's quite a few ways they can get to interact with us daily through this program. In every submission of an assignment, because as you move through the lessons, you get to interact and we check your work, there is direct feedback. So your videos are watched by us and we will tell you exactly what we noticed in your videos, or your homework is reviewed by us and we will respond back to what you've written. But beyond that, even without it, in our Facebook group, we respond and we do live chats and little information sessions. So we're constantly trying to give you something that you can digest daily, or a way that you can interact and ask questions daily. And then there's also the community around you that's constantly asking questions and bringing things to light. So we'll take what we learn from there and try to address that. Yeah.
That's great. It's super highly interactive, Alyssa, and I'm glad that you highlighted some of those different ways that students get to interact with you and with each other every single day. You mentioned assignments, so I want to move on to Jordan and ask her a little bit about, oh my gosh, that sounds scary. What are these assignments that are a part of the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy?
Yeah, so the first thing I'll say is when you're starting the assignments, be easy on yourself because it can be very overwhelming. There's several different sections that you'll move through. I am involved with the anatomy portion, which can be quite intimidating. I'm an anatomy nerd myself, but as you move through, just remember to take it one step at a time. Again, like Alyssa said, we'll always provide feedback for you guys. And if you find yourself getting stuck, remember you can always reach out. That's what makes this program so special, is that we're there for you every step of the way. We're there to give you advice and to help you through and learn all these incredible things with yoga.
Awesome. Thanks, Jordan. So Andrew, how do these assignments work?
So there are three main types of assignments that we have. There are multiple choice, which is pretty self-explanatory. You log on to our online system, you take your multiple choice test, and you get feedback. It's graded automatically. Then the other two main ways that you'll submit assignments are either written assignments, kind of like a book report format. Don't think too in depth about that, just a paragraph here or there. And then there are video submissions. The written assignments are more so that you can explain the concepts and philosophies within the yoga practice. The video assignments will be of you actually teaching another student, and that way you are able to fully demonstrate that you are capable of teaching what we are teaching you in the online training. And with those videos, you'll send them in to us, you'll upload them onto YouTube or Vimeo or some sort of hosting platform. We send them over to us, and then we'll give you feedback. Most of the time it will be written feedback. Every now and then we'll make another video back to you on how to explain things in a more efficient or a more effective way. But yeah, those are the three main types of assignments that we have.
Awesome. So one of the big questions that we get from prospective students is, how do these video uploads work? And, you know, how do I have to have special recording equipment? Do I have to be a video professional? What if I don't look good? What if my hair is out of place? Emily, can you give us some tips and tricks on how to create a great video submission for our tests in this course?
Yeah, it's so funny that you asked me that, because just recently, during this time, I've been teaching a lot more online classes and recording some videos for my clients that they can watch later. And I went back through my YouTube and I saw all of my old assignments from TKYM so many years ago. And I thought, gosh, I've gotten so much better at this. But I'm so grateful for having stumbled through that original round of video uploads, because really the learning curve now is what's earning me an income. I think probably the most common mistake I see is people don't watch the video before they submit it. So they'll do something like record it on their phone, turn their phone on the side, thinking they're getting a nice wide angle. Actually, the video's on its side. I can't grade your terms of movement if I'm like this the whole time. So, you know, the number one thing I would say is when you're done uploading your video, watch it before you turn it in, see if it's cut halfway through, see if I can actually grade it. As far as the functions that you need to record the video, this day and age, you don't need anything. You can use your cell phone, especially the newer cell phones have great recording capabilities. When I did it though, I did download Movie Maker Pro. It was just a Microsoft Office program. It's still around. It's still really good. I also I did my Google research and downloaded a sound editing function tool that I could record Movie Maker on my laptop and then put it on the sound editor and cut and paste sounds as I needed. Even now, I don't think you need that much. You could pay for the professional Zoom and record Zoom videos that literally get sent to your Zoom desktop app and then upload that to YouTube and send it to us. I think overall, people find YouTube is easier to use than Vimeo. The other nice thing about YouTube is you don't need a password. In Vimeo, most people use a password. In YouTube, you can upload this as unlisted. But no matter what, if I do have some students, especially people who I think are from further reaching countries than our United States, sometimes I find that they tend to have different difficulties with the video formatting than our American students. That's fine. I just work with them one-on-one. So I might arrange a Zoom call and ask them to share their screen with me and show me what they're doing. We can always figure it out. Uploading videos it's the least of your worries, honestly.
Awesome, Emily. So you guys, I think that what we are hopefully getting across to everybody watching this webinar is how comprehensive, how personalized, how really hands-on we are with each of our students. And this is a really rigorous training. This is meant to be just like a course in higher education. We're here to ensure that you are learning everything that we are teaching you. And that does require some testing and some accountability. We want to make you the best, most exceptional yoga teacher possible. And in order for us to do that, we get to work with you every step of the way. So as you've heard, there are assignments, there are video submissions, there are tests, and there is feedback. So let's talk a little bit about the feedback. Alyssa, I'd love to hear from you. How does feedback work? Because sometimes when we do a test or an assignment, we want to encourage students to improve upon something. Again, we're here to facilitate you becoming the best teacher possible. So share with us, how does feedback work, Alyssa?
Well, with our program, there's an interesting pass-fail system, which actually I super appreciate because I don't think of it as pass-fail. It's like pass or let's try again and maybe tweak it a little bit. And that's where we get the feedback is we'll review it, and if it looks like you got the gist of it, cool, we can pass it. And if it's like, I think we could maybe work on this, clear this up, or get a better, deeper understanding of something, we'll give you feedback on how you did it to help you grow. And it doesn't mean that you did badly. It just means that we can work on it to fix it together and then resubmit it. So there's like a million chances to keep coming back and working and growing and learning to take this in at your speed.
This is truly a unique element of the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy. How very dedicated we are to making sure that you understand everything that we teach you, that you really get the level of comprehension that will allow you to become the absolute best yoga teacher possible. This is something that is unique, that is different, that is extraordinary, that is wonderful, but there's, of course, many wonderful things about our program, if I do say so myself. And one of the things that we have is an incredible community. So it's not just that you're going to be working with these mentors all day, every day, as long as you are in the program. It's also that you have an incredible cohort, a worldwide cohort of fellow students. So Jordan, would you talk a little bit about our Facebook group and some of the things that we do almost every day in the Facebook group to keep our community involved and learning?
Yeah. So first of all, I think that what we have here with our mentors and our team itself feels very much like a community. And you can see that on our Facebook group as well. So as a student on our Facebook group, you'll see all kinds of things from students supporting one another, encouraging one another, asking questions. The mentors are very much involved on Facebook. And so it's an opportunity for you to connect with others, to work together. We also host several Facebook Lives, which are really awesome because you'll get to hear from each individual mentor. It might be a different topic month to month, but those are engaging and interactive as well because you can ask questions during those. So it's really a cool place for people to hop on there, to encourage one another, and to bring that community together, even though we're not in person.
Absolutely. I love that you highlighted that, Jordan. You know, we do, as part of this program, we have so many different ways for you to learn. So we do have pre-recorded video content. We have pre-recorded written content, but we also have a tremendous amount of live content happening almost every single day of the week, meaning you get to take live classes with me and these mentors on our favorite topics within yoga. And we call this our curriculum. And no matter what time of year it is, whether it's the fall curriculum or the summer curriculum, we're planning special extra things for you to learn more about, and in such a way that it's a live broadcast that you actually get to interact with us. So Andrew, would you give us some examples of what the curriculum entails?
Sure. So our curriculum is basically our opportunity to teach you live and for you to ask questions in the moment. As Alana just mentioned, we have pre-recorded videos, which are phenomenal. But if you have a question, you have to email it to us or post it in the Facebook group or something like that. So that's where we fill the gap with our curriculum through Facebook Lives. And we do host them on all varieties of topics. We have 5 of them a week, Monday through Friday. And like today, I'm leading one on how to sequence a class. Now, we do cover that in the training, and there's a whole module on sequencing. But like I said before, it just gives you an opportunity to kind of hear it from a new mentor, a new voice, where something might click differently when you hear it from one person compared to another. But if you do have a specific question on how do I sequence my back bends and my forward bends, what goes first, what goes second, and why, I can then answer that. You type it into the little comments box on the Facebook live stream, send it over to me, and I'm able to answer that for you in real time and clear up any confusion or any type of anything that you might have be backed up on. So that's the benefit of the Facebook class, and that's why they're very important for us.
That's awesome, Andrew. So it's really clear, or hopefully it's clear as you're listening to us and watching this webinar, how dedicated we are and how much we support your success. We want you not just to be an extraordinary yoga teacher, but a successful yoga teacher. And we do everything that we can to provide you with the training, the experiences, the support, the feedback, so that you can manifest that in your own life. Now, I want to ask one more question of one of our mentors before we close out our webinar today. And I'd like to ask Emily, because she has some unique and specific experience, being that she is a TKYM graduate. So Emily, could you talk about what we do to help our students be successful as they graduate from this program?
I think for me, the number one biggest thing that made me successful is also the thing that was most frustrating at times, which is how accountable I was to passing and how accountable I was to actually knowing the information. And then with that said, I think the ability to further my knowledge, even just using the resources at TKYM, whether it's the books that are required reading, the homework, like writing essays for the 500-hour program, The Facebook page, I've been in this Facebook page for however many years now, I don't know, 6 years now or something. I've been in the TKYM Facebook page, watching questions other students have. And even if it's something I know the answer to, it still jogs my memory as to why that particular aspect of teaching yoga or yoga philosophy or the life of a yogi is important. And since this time, Lana, you've continued to add on more modules. You've continued to, break off certain portions. People can just do that little module a second time. I could go back to sequencing anytime and review that course material. And then you've added further stuff on, like tarot cards, the upward facing dog academy, or business academies, I should say. So for me, I just have never, since I walked into TKYM, I never feel like I've left. And I don't have to necessarily be super active in order to have that feeling. I always know there's a support for me here as an instructor on every level, whether it's my emotional level or my career.
Oh my goodness, Emily, thank you so much for sharing that. I hear that. It means the world to me. And I hope that that if you're watching this webinar, that you understand our passion, our drive, and our interest in making sure that you have the best experience possible in your teacher training. We look forward to having you become a part of the TKYM family. We are excited to work with you in becoming the absolute best yoga teacher possible. And as you can see, there is a wonderful team of extraordinary mentors here to help you every step of the way. So thank you for considering the Kaivalya Yoga Method Academy, and we look forward to working with you soon.